Hi everyone, welcome to TNT, 22nd of August, second half of the year. Meant to be the middle of the wet season down here in the south, but from what I can see, we've got bright blue skies. There you go. Now, the currency has become a bit of an issue. We are going to check the currencies because they affect both exports and tourism. And they're the two biggest money earners here in Thailand. Let's start with the Bangkok Post. Baht poised to reach 34 to the greenback, that's the US dollar. The baht is on course to appreciate to 34 baht to the US dollar, or an even stronger position in the near term after hitting a 13-month high yesterday, as the Bank of Thailand held the policy rate at 2.5%, which could spur inflows ahead of the US Federal Reserve's next meeting in September. And after closing on Tuesday at 34.2, the Thai currency surged to 34.0 to the greenback early on Wednesday, at the highest level since July 2023. And it says that the baht gained in line with most Asian currencies as the dollar index plunged to its lowest level since December last year on expectations the US central bank would ease its stance as early as next month. And the baht appreciated more than 2% over the past 2 days ahead of the Bank of Thailand's meeting yesterday. Let's check some of the other currencies, and today we'll just round these off to one or two figures. You'll get 38.2 baht to the euro, and since May this year, the euro's been going down, down, down. Let's check the British pound to the Thai baht, and today you'll get 44.8 Thai baht to the pound, and the yellow line shows the high it was over the past 12 months, but since then, down, down, down against the Thai baht. This is the Australian dollar, and today you'll get 23.1 Thai baht to the Australian dollar, and since June this year, it hit an annual high. Down, down, down it goes. And the important one, I suppose, is the Chinese yuan, and today you'll get 4.8 Thai baht to a Chinese yuan, and again, in this case, since May this year, down, down, down the value of the Chinese yuan to the Thai baht goes. And this is the Singapore dollar. I checked this one because, well, it's a bit closer. It's in Southeast Asia, and, well, yeah, since May this year, when it hit an annual high, down, down, down it goes against the Thai baht. So it's not just a Thai baht versus US dollar anomaly. It seems against a whole lot of different currencies that the Thai baht has been surging in over the last month. Let's check some more numbers now. We go to the Calsod English Facebook page. And 22.4 million foreigners visited Thailand as of August the 19th. According to the acting tourism minister, Chinese are the largest group. 4.5 million Chinese visited Thailand up to August the 19th this year. 3.1 million from Malaysia, 1.2 million from India, 1.1 million from South Korea, and just over a million from Russia. But as you can see there, the Chinese, nearly 4.5 times the number of Russians. So I did a bit of quick maths here, 22.4 million visitors, and up to August the 19th, so we're calling that 8.6 months. Now you multiply that then by 12 months and you get, it should be about 31.26 million visitors this year if we keep that average going. Compare that to 2019 when we had, 39.6, nearly 40 million visitors to Thailand. So all things being equal, and there will be a surge coming up later in the year when we get into the next high season, but it looks like we're down about 20 to 25% in total numbers of visitors compared to the last year, the last full year of tourism before COVID-19. And if you do have a quick moment, I'd invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. That really is a great help. Also, big thanks to our sponsors. We've got 5 Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com. Great website covering a lot of their different destinations. So you can go to destinations and then scroll down. Where is it? Just scroll up a little bit, Tim. There we are. So this is the Phang Bay bioluminescence and sea canoeing tour. Now this is a really special one with 5-Star Marine. I can highly recommend it, so maybe have a bit of a chat with Sean and his crew about that particular tour. Plenty of others to investigate there on their website. And also acknowledging our sponsors, Beach House Thailand. 3 beach houses are available for rent on Airbnb at the moment, soon to be 5. We've got Bonneville Beach House, we've got the Bamboo Beach House, and we've also got the Coral Cottage Beach House, so you can go to Airbnb. There's links in the description for both 5-Star Marine and Beach House Thailand. As we waddle our way into the next story, just a bit more detail about that kerfuffle in Soi 6, Pattaya. PattayaMail.com reporting Welshman assaults German tourist in bar on Pattaya Soi 6. So as of yesterday, we didn't know the nationality of the alleged perpetrator. It says Mike, the Welsh assailant, was apprehended by Pattaya police and brought in for questioning. Mike admitted to being intoxicated during the incident and attributed his actions to, a misunderstanding. You sort of get the impression that any time that anything goes wrong between foreigners and Thais, it's always attributed to a misunderstanding, and the police go, a misunderstanding, no problems, off you go. This one wasn't a misunderstanding. And a Japanese man loses, that's US, $9,000 in visa scam and police deception. And a Japanese businessman working in Thailand's lost over 300,000 baht from being tricked into applying for a permanent visa, but when he went to file a complaint, he was allegedly further extorted by cyber police for another 10,000 baht. So this was all reported a couple of days ago. 51-year-old Japanese national Shinichi Maeda, he reported along with his secretary Namtan, who's 34. They visited the complaint centre of the CIB to file charges against those who deceived him, including state officials who subsequently scammed him. Apparently back in 2019 he wanted to apply for a permanent resident visa, so he consulted with his accountants. They referred him to Tong, and in 2020 Tong informed him the visa process would be delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And 2 years later, Tong contacted him again asking for more money. Shinichi then transferred money 16 times, ranging from 10 to 30,000 baht each time, totalling 300,000 baht. But there was no progress after that, so after 2 years passed, he consulted with friends and became convinced he'd been scammed. So then a cyber police officer suggested he change the case to a loan agreement, converting it from a criminal to civil case. Well, that's a very good idea. But he said, this officer told me he would help process it, but I needed to pay a coffee fee, whatever that is, of 5,000 baht. And then he borrowed another 5,000 baht. I gave him the money, but there was no progress in the case. So I came to file a complaint at the Crime Suppression Division today because I want my money back. If I can't get it back, I want legal action to be taken. So scammed allegedly once and then scammed by officials. So Mr. Shinichi having a very bad day indeed. I'd like to follow that through, and I hope there's some resolution to that case in Mr. Shinichi's favour. He did have a bad day, maybe not as bad as this guy. Shocking bathroom encounter in Bangkok. Python bites man's testicle. Now, if you're a bit squeamish, you probably don't want to hear the rest of the story. Just scroll forward a bit. And this resident in Bangkok, Tanat Tang Tawanot, gave an interview with Khawsod Online about his interface with nature. He recounted that the incident occurred on August the 19th. He woke up to use the bathroom on the second floor of his house. He'd previously seen snakes in the downstairs toilet and had called to help to catch them several times. As a result, he'd closed off the downstairs bathroom for a month, started using the upstairs one instead. I would have booked a hotel about 10 kilometres away. But while sitting and using his phone, he felt something touch his testicle. At first, it felt like an ant bite, so he ignored it. When the bite became stronger and more painful, he stood up and looked down to see a python latched onto him. In shock, he grabbed its neck and yanked it off. Oh, God. He then tried to pull the snake up, not wanting it to roam around the house anymore. So he's got this 2-metre python in this hand. He'd be thinking, what the hell am I going to do next? And then he was sent to a second hospital. The doctor said the wound didn't need stitches, that would have been worse than the bite, but ordered a blood test to check for infections. Despite the snake being non-venomous, the blood test results came back normal. He was prescribed antibiotics. He still has some pain around the wound area. Tanat said he's still traumatised when using the bathroom. Even after flushing, he feels scared and now keeps a toilet brush nearby for protection. I'd have an automatic weapon and lots of ammunition, I'm sorry. But I really enjoyed the way the Bangkok Post reported this. Their headline, "Scrotum takes snake's fancy." So there you go. Come up with your own headline in the comments section today. But these days, well, I always have a quick look in the toilet before I take a seat. And with that, thanks for watching today. Hopefully you're a bit more up to date with things happening around Thailand. Thank you for all the great views this week. And also thank you for those people who have subscribed. And we'll see you again tomorrow.